without a card. I ain't got to have a card to be seen. I got a Medicare card. Look me up in your system. And they said, well, we can't find you, Mr. Chapman. I said, well, look again. And they said, well, we done looked 3 times. Hello? Hello? We're going to reality every single soldier here in America and abroad. This is treason.
Reprioritizing away from the southern border.
Oh, yeah. Going live, baby. Going live. Are you live right now? I think so. Let's see what you got going on. Let's see what we got going on in the real world. In the real world. Cash Patel dropped to Moab. The Iranian regime has infiltrated the highest levels of the U.S. government, and they just outed every single soldier here in America and abroad. This is treason.
Away from terrorists, away from Iran, away from China. Do you know who they're being made by? There's one individual in the White House National Security Shop, head of intelligence programs. His name is Maher Battar. Maher Battar. Yes, remember that name. He is solely responsible for prioritizing what collection efforts on intelligence are tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 for President Biden. Why is this guy's name important? Well, 1, he used to work for Samantha Powers, but let's put that aside in the United Nations. 2, we just found a photo of Maher Battar recently wearing Palestinian garb, raising a hand behind a picture that said, "We want Jewish apartheid." This is the guy in charge of intelligence operations for the United States of America. That's step 1. Step 2, Robert Malley, Biden's #1 envoy, the guy that's supposed to be keeping us out of war in Iran, had his clearance, security clearance, suspended by Chris Wray's FBI, of all people, just 2 months ago. You got to ask why. They won't publicly release it. Well, let me tell you why. Because a individual named Ariane Tabatabai, who, by the way, is currently running our Special Operations Office at the Department of Defense, was installed there by Robert Malley. Yes, the former presidential envoy to Iran installed this Iranian national to that position in DOD. And do you know what she did in 2014? She emailed the prime minister's office in Iran, the foreign minister, Javad Zarif, and asked for permission as a U.S. citizen to take a trip on behalf of the U.S. government. This individual is still employed at the Department of Defense as the Assistant Chief of Staff for the Special Operations Office. The Iranian regime has infiltrated the Biden administration. We have to find out why Robert Malley got booted. We know this has to do with this lady in part. But do you think Chris Wray's FBI would suspend his security clearance and remove him from his post if it wasn't something totally cataclysmic? This is what I'm talking about. We have to put intel in its place. And these people have been installed by our enemies to distract away from protecting against American priorities on the border and taking out the CCP in Iran. And now they're in the house.
Hang on. Go through all 3 again and the positions they're in. These are not random grundoons, right? When you go in these meetings, they got 50 people. These are players. Give me the billet and the person and a problem with it, Cash.
Maher Battar, the head of intel programs in the National Security Council. He sits in the White House and is responsible for all of intelligence collection priorities in the United States of America. This guy is the one who we now have, and I've posted on Truth Social, a photo being pro-Palestinian and standing in front of a picture that supports the apartheid of the Jews in Israel. Oh, I forgot to tell you this about him, Bannon. Maher Battar was general counsel to Adam Schiff when I was doing the Russiagate investigation. This dude authored the Schiff memo. And then Robert Malley, Biden's presidential envoy to Iran, suspended by the FBI because of a security clearance issue. It's now been taken off the case. And Ariana Tabatai is the Assistant Chief of Staff to the Department of Defense's Special Operations Office. She is the one directly communicating with the Iranian Foreign Ministry.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, those 3.
That's it.
Cash. How many times do you have senior level guys, senior level personnel, directly from the president, that have the security clearance pulled? How often does that happen?
Well, it happens to us, but never by Chris Wray to a Biden administration official. So you got to ask the question, what the heck are you doing? And why isn't House Intel all over this investigation? Why haven't they subpoenaed Ray and been like, wait a second, you got to tell us why this guy, who's the #1 Iranian diplomat for the United States of America, has been suspended? It's like the story just disappeared. And how is his emissary still employed at the Department of Defense and communicating with Iranian officials?
Aiden Wilkinson. Some Wilkinson boys. Oh, that's nice right there. Look at them containers making houses out of them containers. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool, actually. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. Hello.
If somebody on here could tell Smashley I say hello, I'd appreciate it. Hello, Smashley. How you doing, girl? They're voting again on the House floor for the speaker. Jim Jordan said he's taking it to the House, and they tried to get that little guy with the bow tie for him to be up there because they can't get no money right now because the House ain't got no speaker. They can't get nothing done. Don't. They went 15 times to get Jordan. This will just be the third vote right here. Well, but y'all need to hurry it up. Y'all went 15 times to get McCarthy in there. Turns out he was a dirty son of a bitch. Didn't keep his word to the American people, like the majority of politicians. I think they all had that in common. They like to lie to people. Oh, there's Jamie Chapman. Is that live? That says it was live. That says 4 days ago. Why ain't it live now? Them son of bitches won't let me get on there.
Oh, that's easy. It's
That's the other thing. Oh, there he is right there. Oh, he's talking. We're over there on the YouTube side too. Fellas, y'all can go over there and do the YouTube thing. Let me say something over there on YouTube. Sons of bitches. I don't know why it did that spelling. Hey! Smashley's over there. Do the thumbs up there, Smashley, if you don't mind there, ma'am. Thank you. We appreciate it. Just hit the thumbs up when you're over there to show us that you're sleepy today. I'm sleepy as hell, too. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
All right, I just sent you the numbers to every one of them that voted no.
Oh, they voted no?
Yep, all the ones that voted no, I just sent you the numbers. So get on the phone, start making some phone calls.
Let's make some phone calls.
I'll be having you on. I'll have you on background play so I can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
But you should have it in Messenger. See if it went through.
Messenger. Let's see. Is that off Twitter?
Yeah, it's off Twitter.
Let's see. Power yeah, Don Bacon. That somebody still voting no. They told me the other day he was voting Jim Jordan.
This is the updated one as of 11:02 a.m.
How many's on there? Is it 20? What was the vote count? I'm trying to see the vote count.
Let me pull it back up. Because I was just looking at it. 25.
Huh?
The Honorable
25
Patrick
again.
of the state of North Carolina has received 6.
Third vote lost 25 Republicans.
Hold on, he's listening.
There's another link to the.
Yeah, they're listing them now. Hold on. They're listing them now.
All right,
I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Now come to order.
All right, bye.
Okay,
The
hang up.
Honorable Byron Donalds of the state of Florida has received 2. The Honorable Tom Emmer of the state of Minnesota has received 1. Lee Zeldin of the state of New York has received 4. The Honorable Steve Scalise of the state of Louisiana.
Master, did you hit the thumbs up button over there on the YouTube side?
The Honorable Mike Garcia of the state of California.
You didn't hit the thumbs up button there, Smaster. Frederick, roommate number 3. You can hit the thumbs up button too there, buddy.
The Honorable Bruce Westerman of the state of Arkansas has received 1. No person having received a majority of the whole number of votes cast by surname, a speaker has not been elected. Pursuant to Clause 12, Article 1, the chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
I couldn't hear what they said. The House is in recess, subject to the chair. Let's get on the phone. Let's see if we can get on the phone and get some of these boys woke up. They probably ain't answering the phone. Bacon.
You've reached the United States Capitol switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach, or say I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a direct line. That's a direct line, Drizzy.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Don Bacon. We are currently unavailable.
They're unavailable.
Your number and a brief message, and we'll get back to you.
Funny that they're always unavailable when we're trying to call. It's funny that y'all are always unavailable when we're trying to call up here and talk to somebody. Mr. Bacon, tighten your ass up and vote Jim Jordan, or you will be primaried, sir. This is Jamie Chapman. You can watch the show. We're calling all of the congressmen that didn't vote for Jim Jordan, all the Republican congressmen that didn't vote for him. Why don't y'all stick together like the Democrats do? Or y'all are sticking together with the Democrats? Is that what y'all doing? We see what you're doing. We're watching you. Later. 813. That's Bacon didn't answer the phone. 657-1013. This is Buchanan. Can you change it during the show? That says user busy. That says user busy. All right, cancel that. Listen. I imagine I'm not the only one calling. I would like to think that I'm not the only one calling, trying to get these son of bitches to do what we want them to do.
The United States Capitol switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach, or say I'm not sure.
Buchanan. Buchanan. Hopefully I'm not the only American. Hit the thumbs up. All of y'all go over there, hit the thumbs up. Drizzy, share this out to as many people as you can. 2 numbers for each. That second number didn't work for Buchanan. It said it was busy. I told you phone's ringing all morning. That's good. Should be ringing all morning. And come voting time, they should be primaried. We need to get these people out of office. If you want things to change, you got to change people up there. If you go down to the local grilled cheese sandwich shop and you get a sorry ass grilled cheese sandwich and you come back tomorrow and the same guy's cooking, it's the same grilled cheese guy in there cooking. He ain't no chef. He's acting like one, but he's not. Do you think that grilled cheese sandwich the next day is going to be, well, you give him the benefit of the doubt and you need another grilled cheese sandwich and it's nastier than the first one that you got? He's the problem. It ain't called the cheese or the bread or the butter that you put on the bread. It's the cook. And I'm equating these guys to cooks. See how that analogy works out? That sounds like some Russian music. I don't want to hear that shit. 720-639-9165. Whose number is that? That's Buck's. That's Buck's number. It's ringing. Oh, it's ringing. He on the third ballot. Voted again. Keep the pressure on. Put the pressure on them bitches.
Hello, you have reached the Castle Rock office of Congressman Ken Buck. We are currently unavailable to answer your call. Please leave a brief message, including your name, zip code, and callback number. Thank you, and have a great day.
We're going to primary your asses up there for not doing what the people want there, Mr. Buck. Vote Jim Jordan. You're going to get primaried and you're going to be looking for work. And a lot of y'all boys don't know what real work is. Soft-handed politicians. And I'm calling all of you that voted no or didn't vote for Mr. Jordan. So don't feel left out. There's 24 more of your comrades that we're finna call to. But we're going to primary each and every one of y'all and put Americans up there that want to do the job. I'm busy. Y'all can't even answer the damn phone. Chavez, let's call Chavez's office. 503-387-8651. And they should all be primaried. We need to get together and show them who the bosses are.
Congresswoman Chavez, Dreamers District Office.
Oh, I'm trying to call up there and find out why Miss Chavez didn't vote for Jim Jordan for Speaker of the House, and wondering if she's not paying attention to the will of the people out here, because I'm pretty sure y'all are being inundated with calls, are you not?
Yeah, we get calls pretty much all day regarding the vote, whether positive or negative.
Oh, so you're getting calls from people that's asking her not to vote for Jim Jordan?
Yeah, we live in a pretty split district, so.
What would you say the ratio would be? Because I'm doing a show on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick.com, and I'm calling all these congressmen. Never can get a congressman on the phone. I always have to talk to somebody that works in their office. So what would you say the ratio of calls? Are the majority of them for Jim Jordan or against Jim Jordan?
Well, I don't really have the numbers, so it could be a good 50-50, I would say. I just help on phones for the most part, but I don't have any numbers.
And what state is this?
This is Oregon.
Oregon. And they didn't vote for Trump?
Again, I'm just helping on the phone, so I'm not quite sure if I have all this information. But I'd be happy to pass a message along for you.
We'll pass this message along to Miss Chavez, that everybody that's doing against the will of the people, we're going to primary them. And we're going to put Americans, politicians up there that do the will of the people. These people that go up to Washington seem to forget that they work for the people, and they start working for their deep state donors and stuff like that, and we're tired of it. So we're going to be primarying all of these people that are not doing the will of the people.
Well, I'd be happy to pass that message along for you. If I could just get a good first and last name.
Jamie.
All right, and what was the last name? Sorry.
Last name you could put on there, prideful American citizen.
All right, well, you got it. Well, I will go ahead and pass that message along for you then.
You sure you're going to pass it along?
Yes, I will put it in our system. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Keep America great. We need to get Trump back in office up there. A lot of stuff's going on in the world. You see all that stuff's going on over in Israel?
Yeah, I am.
It's terrible, ain't it?
Yeah.
They need to stop killing people on both sides. You can't tell me you can't tell me one side's good when they're killing just as many people as the other side.
Yeah, it is
It's terrible. Miss Yvette, does she hold dual citizenship?
No.
Because there's a lot of the politicians up there that do. A lot of them hold dual citizenship with Israel. I don't understand that. That don't seem right. You can't be, there's something in the Bible about that too. You can't be worshiping two masters. So you need to pick a side. Either you're on America's side or you're on Israel's side. Which side are you on?
Well, I will definitely pass that message along for her.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Tell that girl in the back, stop laughing. Ain't nothing funny.
Well, thank you for calling.
All right, thank you, man. Bye. She ain't gonna say nothing. She ain't gonna say a word. We're gonna clip this shit, and then we're gonna post it out. And we're gonna put it on the TikTok, and what else we're gonna put it on? Whatever Drizzy puts this shit on, we're gonna put it out there. As long as the commie pinko sons of bitches at YouTube don't take us down, and that's what was that what the title is? Nope, that's what I put on there. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? DS
Hi, this is Sadie with the Senior Advisor.
Shady with the ZS. Be careful on your words. Be careful on what words? I ain't being careful on no words. It's America. I don't have to be careful on nothing. 225-5516. Think before you act.
This is the Officer Congressman D'Esposito.
Hey, what state does D'Esposito represent?
I'm sorry?
What state?
Congressman D'Esposito represents the New York 4th District.
Oh, Lord, New York City. Can you tell me why he's not voting for Jim Jordan?
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that, sir, amongst them are the fact that...
And what would the reasons be?
Well, firstly, Jim Jordan has voted for legislation that's hurt people within New York, and Congressman D'Esposito wants to respect the needs of his constituents.
What has he voted for to hurt people in New York?
Well, to name a few, Jim Jordan has voted against funding for 9/11 victims and first responders for the 9/11 Victims Fund.
Yeah, we should be charging the people that's responsible for that instead of the American people having to pay for it.
Yes, sir, I understand that, but unfortunately, those facilities are not possible.
What do you mean that's not possible?
Well, the people that are responsible for the attacks, I think, is what you're referencing, right, sir?
Yeah, who do you think is responsible for the attack that we had on 9/11?
I believe it's the Al Qaeda terrorists.
Oh, you think it's somebody over in a cave? Oh, okay, I got you. See, I seem to think it's somebody else that's closer to home that did that.
Well, sir, I can tell you this as someone who has family that were involved in were victims.
Uh-huh.
We tend to believe that.
You tend to believe that it was people in a cave that did it?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Did you see Building 7 when it fell?
I'm sorry, sir?
Did you see Building 7 when it fell?
I can't understand what you're saying.
I said, did you see Building 7 when it fell? Building 7.
Yes.
And what do you think brought that building down?
Well, sir, I don't really know how I can, what my opinion would be helpful to you there.
Well, I'm just wondering if you think a fire brought that building down.
I think it's definitely possible, sir.
That a fire brought down a building?
Yes, sir. It is physically possible.
Sir, that's not. I've never seen another fire bring down a building. But that's neither here nor there. What about what do you think happened out there at the Pentagon?
At the Pentagon, sir?
Yeah, the Pentagon. I think that happened the same day. What do you think happened at the Pentagon?
Well, I believe a plane crashed to the Pentagon, sir.
Did you see any physical evidence of a plane crashing into the Pentagon?
Well, there's actually photographic proof of it happening, sir.
Not into the Pentagon, there's not.
Yes, there is, sir.
If you could send it to me, I'd be glad to play it on the show.
It is widely available,
Sir,
sir.
all the cameras were turned off at the Pentagon. There was one newscast from CNN there that day, And if you'll Google that and listen to him, he said there's no plane wreckage here. There was no plane wreckage at the Pentagon.
Sir, I don't know how that is relevant to your call.
It's just relevant to this right here. Why is the man not doing what the people want? Why is he not voting for?
Congressman Esposito is working alongside his colleagues, including Jim Jordan, to try and find a speaker. He is meeting with Jim Jordan as we speak, actually, to try and come up with agreements. Now,
what kind of agreements? What kind of agreements? Are you talking about like backroom deals where they rub each other's back?
I am not privy to that information, sir. I don't imagine that it would be anything like a backroom deal where they are.
Yeah, I know they don't do backroom deals in Washington D.C. That's I must be crazy.
Well, I'd imagine that those things do happen, sir, but I don't believe that our representative is complicit in those activities.
Well, tell Mr. Deposito that we're going to primary everybody that's not doing the will of the people. Trump supported Jim Jordan. He endorsed Jim Jordan for speaker. And that's who we're pushing for. We're Trump supporters out here in America. We're tired of politicians. A lot of politicians lie. And we're trying to get the will of the people done. Is Mr. Deposito, he wouldn't be a dual citizen, would he?
He is a citizen and he was born in this country, sir.
No, I say he don't hold dual citizenship, does he?
No, sir.
Because there's a lot of them up there that are American and they claim dual citizenship with Israel.
Sir, Congressman Esposito is a proud servant of the American people. He was a NYPD police officer, detective. He worked alongside fire departments. He is someone who definitely cares about serving the American people. He continues to do that here in Congress. He cares about governing for his constituents and for the people of the United States.
Well, then why is he not voting for Jim Jordan?
Well, he believes that Jim Jordan would not be able to satisfy those needs appropriately.
Oh. And are you getting any phone calls telling you otherwise?
Well, sir, I don't have the exact number, but it's in the thousands of them.
That you're getting that are telling you to vote for Jim Jordan?
Amongst other decisions, sir, amongst other words.
But what would you say the majority of your calls are, for or against?
I don't really know, sir. I haven't been keeping count.
Well, take a guess.
I seriously, sir, I couldn't tell you.
I think you could. I think you don't want to, but I think you could. I think the majority of your calls coming into the 25 that didn't vote for Jim Jordan, I would say that the majority of the calls that are coming into them are telling them to vote for Jim Jordan. And the ones that don't vote for Jim Jordan, we are going to primary each and every one of them. So I appreciate your time, but you need to do a little research on 9/11 there, buddy.
Sir, I respectfully disagree with you, sir. And I appreciate your call, but we do have to leave the line for other constituents.
Yeah, you need to get some more constituents calling you, telling you to vote. We'll see if it changes his mind if he does the right thing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your call.
All righty. That guy thinks that the fire took down Building 7. It didn't. I've showed you that fire over in Japan. The whole thing was on fire. I didn't see no fire like that in Building 7. That one over in Japan, the whole building was on fire. Looked like a stick sticking out there and the whole building was on fire. It didn't fall. I played you the video yesterday of the man telling him he told the fire chief take it down. Larry, something Steen, take it down. The one that had the leases. We're going to find out. Diaz Balter. 202. Ooh, that sounded like a fax number, Drizzy. That was Deposito up in New York City. Deposito in New York City is who that was. Let me see if I can pull this up big. Can I make it big? How do you make this big? There's no thing on here to make it big. And there's 25 of them non-patriotic people. 225-8576. 8576. I'm gonna send the fax over. I'm sending the fax. That number's wrong, Drizzy. 516-739-3008.
Hello, Congressman Diaz-Esposito's office.
Is this Diaz-Esposito's office?
Yeah.
Oh, I dialed the wrong number. I just talked to somebody at Diaz-Esposito, but let me tell you too so you can pass it along. Tell him to vote for Jim Jordan or we're going to primary him.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
Have a great day.
What's going on in New York City today? I dialed the wrong number. Drizzy. $8555. 8576. That's one. This is Diaz Butler. It went straight to voicemail. Probably because they're being inundated with calls. The phones is ringing off the Cassie. Cassie, go over to the YouTube channel. Do the thumbs up there, Cassie. We appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am. Danielle.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Marty Blar. How can I help you?
Hey, can you tell me why he's not voting? And what state does he represent?
Congressman Marty Blar represents the state of Florida, sir.
State of Florida. Trump country all day long. Could you tell me why he's not voting for Jim Jordan?
Okay, sir. Well, I am not too sure why the congressman not vote for Jim Jordan, but our Washington office team is currently making a response as to why the congressman did not vote for Jim Jordan. Okay?
Yeah, I've been calling that number, and it's like a fax number. 202-225-8576. When I dial that, unless you got a different number. When I dial that, huh?
What's the number that you?
The number I've got,
calling,
it says 225-8576.
Oh, yes, that's our fax number.
Yeah,
okay.
Somebody posted it on them. What would be the phone number so I can call up there? And...
For the Washington office,
yeah,
202.
Okay.
225. 4211.
4211. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I imagine you're probably getting some calls down there too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you tell? Would you say? Because I'm doing a show and we're calling the congressman that didn't vote for Jim Jordan. Would you tell me, are the majority of calls you're getting for Jim Jordan or against Jim Jordan?
4.
That's what I thought. You might want to call like a hotline phone up there and go, our phone lines is burning up and these guys is wanting you to vote for Jim Jordan. See, because that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to do what the people want.
Okay, sir. Well, yeah. Okay, well, I hope you have a wonderful day then, sir, okay?
All right, I hope you do too. Trump 2024. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Hey, rich man, not the rich man. I'm finna play that song. All right, 202. 225. 225-5901. That guy's from Florida.
Good afternoon, Congressman Ferguson's office. How can I help you?
Oh, this is Ferguson's office. Can you tell me why Ferguson's not voting for Jim Jordan?
Yes, sir. Well, Jim Jordan doesn't have the votes to be speaker, and
He don't have a what?
underlying harassing.
He don't have a what?
Threatening tactics that he and his campaign team have utilized.
Hold on, you
becoming of the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
you hold up, ma'am.
Messages on their life, and that's not someone that we're going to support.
Is it? Are you talking? Or are you listening? Are you going to listen to the people, or are you going to tell me what you think?
I'm happy to pass along any messages you would like for me to pass.
Okay, so you said a whole bunch.
Can you ask me a question and I responded?
Well, you said a whole bunch. You said a whole bunch of things you didn't, and I was trying to interrupt you. Why did you start that off with? You said he did what? You said he threatens people.
Yes, sir. The congressman and his wife have all received death threats on their life, and that is something that is taken very seriously in Georgia Bureau of Investigation, and the House Sergeant at Arms are looking into this open case.
You said they've received death threats. from Jim Jordan?
We're not sure who the individuals were since it's a case at this time, but yes, we do have reason to believe that these were allies of Jim Jordan.
Oh, I thought you said Jim Jordan did it.
No, sir. No.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of crazy people out there in the world.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate and it's disconcerting to see. Like we ultimately, all of us, we want a strong Republican speaker, and I certainly understand that a lot of people want us to support Mr. Jordan.
Yes.
And my parents are they're big fans of him. We get it. Just I think at this time we would prefer an alternative, more unifying.
What do you mean we? What do you mean we?
We, just the other members of the Republican Party.
Yeah, but it's not the other members of the Republican Party that should be doing that. He should be doing what the people. And I think Ferguson's from Georgia, correct?
Yes, sir. And where are you calling in from?
From Georgia.
Wonderful.
So I think Mr. Ferguson should be listening to us, not other people in Congress. He should be listening to the.
We've been getting a handful of calls on both sides.
I believe you've been getting.
Voting is conscious. He's conscious and his principles.
I think you're getting a lot more calls than what you're saying. And like I said,
we're getting a lot. I'm getting tinnitus in my elbow. I'll tell you what.
So how many calls are you getting for or against? Is it more for or more against?
Oh, it's hard to say because we haven't calculated all of them.
It ain't hard to say, ma'am.
You'd probably be right on that one, but we're always heartened by the ones that are.
Oh, so you're listening to the minority of people that are calling in.
The congressman has a pulse on his electorate. Sometimes not everyone calls in, but ultimately that's his choice and decision, and we certainly respect our callers that have an alternative opinion.
Well, see, that's what I would disagree with you, because if you're getting more calls when they're doing the vote, you're getting more calls for people telling you, "Hey, vote for him." He don't have his finger on the pulse, as you see it.
Well, I guess this is how we're going to have to leave it, but I'm happy to pass your message.
Well, what do you mean as to how we're going to have to leave it? I'd love to speak to Mr. Ferguson because, like I said, I am from Georgia.
Yes, sir.
I did.
So the congressman is in a conference-like meeting with other House Republicans, with Mr. Jordan and Mr. McHenry and himself and Mr. Scalise. So he's not available right now.
Mr. Scalise is not even. Didn't Scalise step out?
Yes, sir. He did.
So who did Ferguson vote for this last time?
He voted for Mr. Scalise.
Why would he waste a vote like that on somebody that stepped out?
I think it's his way of sending a message of I
Oh.
want a Republican leader, but it's not going to be Jim Jordan for me. So we need to find someone else.
For you or for Mr. Ferguson?
Oh, I was speaking in his first person.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. It does create confusion, and
Yeah, that looks bad. And
yes, sir. Well, I'll take that advice to heart, and I do appreciate you calling in today.
are you like trying to get me off the phone real quick or something?
Well, we do have a number of calls coming in, and I've written all of your comments down, and I certainly know your position, and we'll be sharing it with the congressman. But I just want to make sure we can get as many of our oppositional phone calls answered as possible to help influence our vote if there's another one called.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're not doing that because you've been getting calls like this for 3 days. What is this, the third vote? You've been getting calls for 3 days. I'm pretty sure the majority of the calls that you've been receiving have been for Jim Jordan. So you're not passing along the hate. As constituents of Georgia are saying, vote for Jim Jordan, and regardless of what he's doing in the back rooms with Scalise and whoever else he's talking to, you're not passing that information along, or he would have went out and voted for Jim Jordan because that's what the people of Georgia want. Now, if he don't do that, we will primary him.
Yes, sir.
And I hate that somebody's calling up there and threatening him. I'm not for violence no time of the day, except where it comes into matters of self-defense. But Mr. Ferguson should be doing what the voters that sent him to Washington, we put him up there. A lot of these guys go up there and they forget.
You make excellent points.
And a lot of these guys go up there and they forget what they did because they get up there and they, in the bright lights of the money and stuff that they get offered to do certain things and they vote this certain way, they forget who put them up there.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for calling in. And I've taken your comments down, but we do have some other callers on the line that I need to try and answer and hear their side of this as well. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too, ma'am. She ain't happy. She ain't happy. She ain't happy. That's from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. Well, yeah, where are you calling from? I'm calling from right here in the great state of Georgia. Right here in the great, and she said somebody's looking into death threats. Now, I don't agree with death threatening nobody. That's called a terroristic threat, and you can go to jail for that. You can't be threatening nobody. Now, we will primary. That's not a threat. We'll primary. Let's go to the next one. And I skip down some. 2002. This is Elsie. Elsie. What the hell? Elsie. Let's see.
Hello, you've reached Congressman Dick Elsie's DC office. We are unable to answer the phone at the moment. If you would like to leave a message for us, do so at the tone, and his staff will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Elsie, we're calling, trying to get you to do what's right and vote for Jim Jordan. I'm pretty sure that's why you're not answering the phone calls up there, because you're being inundated with phone calls for asking you what the hell's wrong with you. Just what's going on in your mind when the people in America are trying to call for Jim. Trump supports Jim Jordan, and that's who we support. So tighten your ass up. Do what the American people want you to do, or we're going to primary you. Good day, sir. Good day. How could I hang that? I couldn't hang it up. Somebody was on my line. Somebody's on Mr. Telephone. What's that song? The lineman. Lineman of the county. He got to make freak phone calls all day long. But he had to climb that pole to do it. He had to climb up there and hook his little thing into the wires. Hot wired it. And then he could just dial any kind of number he wanted to. And it got real expensive when they started dialing them 1-800-SEX numbers. That was back in the 80s. You could call up late and you was laying at home late at night and they had the commercials pop on and the girls was just sitting in there and they tempting you. And they had on like some bikinis and some thongs and they're all laying around twisting their hair. And there's 3 or 4 of them on the bed. What are y'all doing? And they're all twisting their hair and they're going, if you're lonely tonight, just give me a call. Can I call you? Yeah, call me up. You call somebody up and there's probably some 300-pound whale sitting at her house with Cheeto stains all over the sheets. Lord knows what she's been doing in there, and you can't get a visual on her, but she's got a sexy voice. Oh, some of them big girls has got some of the best sounding voices you ever heard. And I'm telling you, to make you want to cough up some money because your phone bill comes in and it's $300. And your dad's going, what the hell we got a $300? What the hell we got a $300 phone bill for? What is this 1-800 touch me there? What the hell is this number? Well, call it. Oh my goodness. Cassie, do you like Cheetos? Cassie likes Cheetos. But yeah, them girls is on there calling up and he's up there on the line. Lineman of the county. He said something about his a dial tone or something. I can't get no dial tone. Because he's up there hot wiring the line. Now that's a job climbing that pole. You got to put a belt on and some spurs, sort of like tree work. Lineman of the county, 202-225. We're calling Fitzpatrick, 4276.
Hello, thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick, representing the 1st District of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Constituent of the 1st District, please press 1. If you are not a constituent, please press 2.
I'm lying and saying I'm a constituent. I'm acting like a politician.
Hi, thank you for calling the office of Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick. How may I assist you?
We're trying to call and find out why Mr. Fitzpatrick didn't vote for Jim Jordan for Speaker.
Are you a constituent of the congressman, sir?
That's none of your business.
If I can put you in touch with your congressperson if you like. I can.
Well, how do you know Mr. Fitzpatrick's not my congressman?
Sir, are you a constituent of the congressman? May I have your information, or I have other constituents on the line?
I don't think I had to give you that
Sir,
information.
we have other constituents calling.
Well, I don't think I had to give you that information to call my congressman. Do I?
Well, thank you for calling our office, sir. Have a great afternoon.
So you're not going to take my call? Oh, he sounded snotty too.
Hello, thank you for
This
calling
man's
the
won
Washington,
again.
D.C. office of Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick, representing the 1st District of Pennsylvania.
Good afternoon, Congressman Fitzpatrick's office.
Yeah, we're trying to call and find out why Mr. Fitzpatrick ain't voting for Jim Jordan.
Certainly, I'd be happy to pass along a message to him from you. Could I just have your first and last name and your zip code?
Yeah, American citizen. I don't like to give out my address.
Certainly, are you a constituent of the congressman?
A lot of people like to dox people, and I don't like to do that. I didn't call for you to ask me questions. I called to ask you a question. Why is he not?
Would you
Well,
like
hold on a
member
second.
of Congress?
Do what?
Would you like the phone number of your own member of Congress?
Is this not Mr. Fitzpatrick's office?
Yes, are you a constituent of the congressman?
Yes, I am.
You're from Pennsylvania's 1st Congressional
The
District?
great state of Pennsylvania. Yes, sir.
Certainly, I'd be happy to pass along a message to him from you if I could just have your first and last name and your zip code.
American citizen. USA.
Certainly. And your zip code, sir?
USA.
Understood. Well, thank you very much for calling today.
So are you going to hang up on me too? Like your buddy did? He did. He hung up on me too. Lineman of the county.
The Washington.
Lineman of the county.
Good afternoon, Congressman Fitzpatrick.
I'd appreciate if y'all stop hanging up on me and take my question for the congressman.
Certainly, sir. I'd be happy to pass along a message to the congressman from
Well,
you. Could I just have your first and last name and your zip code?
I done told you, American citizen, USA. Done told you that. I think this is the third time. We're trying to find out why.
As though you're calling from Georgia.
Calling from
Would you
where?
like the phone number of your own member of Congress?
No, I'm out of town right now. So I'm calling up there because I seen this vote this morning. And he didn't vote for Jim Jordan. I'm just calling to find out why not.
The congressman hasn't issued a statement. I'd be happy to provide you with the phone number of your own member of Congress if you'd like.
So you're telling me Mr. Fitzpatrick's not my congressman? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
So you're telling me Mr. Fitzpatrick is not my representative?
You're calling from Georgia, sir, so that would be correct. Mr. Fitzpatrick represents the 1st Congressional District of Pennsylvania.
So you're telling me people from Pennsylvania don't travel to Georgia? Is that what you're trying to say?
Understood, sir. Well, thank you very much for calling.
Is that what you're trying to say? Robbie Downtown Brown! Hello?
Hi.
I keep calling trying to find out why Mr. Fitzpatrick didn't vote for Jim Jordan this morning. And then the people's answering the phone keep telling me I don't live in Pennsylvania because I'm down here in Georgia. And they're...
Yes, so unfortunately, because you're out of the district, we cannot answer and speak. Sorry about that. But we can direct you to your local representative.
Well, I live in Pennsylvania, so what do you mean?
Oh, okay. Are you in the district? Are you a constituent of Congressman Fitzpatrick?
Yes, I've done said that 3 times.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
Well, hold on. I would like to find out the other guys that hung the phone up on me. I'd like to find their names out because I'd like to make a formal complaint with Mr. Fitzpatrick's office that I'm being hung up on by people that I pay their salary, and I don't appreciate it. Now, I don't know why. Maybe you've never traveled outside of Pennsylvania, but I travel on the regular, and I go to different states, and then I got family all over America, and then I call back to my congressman when I see that he's not doing what the will of the people wants, and I'm asking questions, and then some jackass in his office is hanging the phone up on me because he says you're not in Pennsylvania. So can you tell me who the 2 gentlemen, I think it was 2 separate gentlemen, whose names they are so I can make a formal complaint? Maybe you got a supervisor there that could help me out.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put you on hold for
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You can't vote. You can't call your congressman if you're not in your home state. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Worked in the coal mines right there beside Joe Biden's family. I think Joe Biden, he probably told a lie about that. I live over in Trenton, right there on the line in Trenton. I'm not going to give you the street address because y'all liable to send the police down there. I didn't think that you could not. I think I done got that shit straight. That even though I'm not a constituent, that I can call them. Because when they taking in them tax dollars up there, they mix them all in. They don't go, well, this dollar right here comes from Pennsylvania people, and this one comes from Georgia.
Hi. We're really sorry about that.
I'd like to. I had this problem the other day because I was calling another congressman when I'm on my travels, and he's going, "Are you from Alabama?" And I said, "No." Do I have to be from Alabama to call a congressman in Alabama? And I would like to ask you that same question. Do I have to be from Pennsylvania to call a representative from Pennsylvania?
So usually within most offices, it's the policy that only constituents within that district, because their constituency that they serve,
but
on a personal level, their district.
Yeah, but what you're failing to realize is what these other congressmen in these different states do is they vote against the will of the people, and then you get people that. How many calls have you had today about this? Do you mind me asking?
Oh, no worries. It's been a lot, at least 100.
Okay, could you tell me, are the majority for Jim Jordan or against?
So we're in a pretty purple district, so it's been a lot of a mix, and past couple days it's been back and forth both ways.
So you're sounding like a politician. I just asked for like a straightforward answer, and that's.
So I would say today a lot for Jordan, but in past days it was more against.
I find that hard to believe, especially after Trump come out and endorsed Jordan. I find that hard to believe. But anyways, did you get a supervisor for me so I can get them two boys rode up for hanging up the phone on me? Because apparently, if I'm not in my home state of Pennsylvania, I can't call up there and talk. If I happen to be traveling, I do that for business. I don't know. Some of them boys up there don't know what work is. Have you ever been out of Pennsylvania?
Yes.
You can't call back to Pennsylvania and talk to your congressman if you're out of state though. Did you know that?
I did not.
I didn't either until I got hung up on twice.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I think so. I was told just because your phone number didn't appear in our database.
This ain't my phone.
Okay. Can I get your address?
No, and I told them that. I'm not giving you my address. Why do I have to give you my address to talk to my congressman? What's your address?
So the way it works is for our database.
It don't work like that. You ain't putting me on no call list. I don't want to be in your database.
Okay.
I would like to find out why he's not voting for Jim Jordan.
So he's not released an official statement on that, but I'm happy to relay any questions you have or comments to the congressman.
Vote for Jim Jordan or we're going to primary you.
Yeah, I'd be happy to pass that along.
Thank you, sir. And tell them, and still, so there's no way I can get them two boys' names so I can call just to question how they hung up on me.
So I asked, unfortunately, not.
I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, not what?
I'm not able to.
Is there a supervisor there?
I can ask. Give me one moment.
Okay. He's purple. It's purple, Robbie. He's got his hands on it too tight. You better loosen that thing up, buddy. You're going to go blind, Robbie. Stop being so vulgar. Robbie, don't come up in here being vulgar talking about purple-headed things.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing? What would your name be?
My name is Joe.
Joe?
Yes.
Joe who?
Yes, Knowles.
Joe Knowles, or so are you a supervisor there in that office?
I am a supervisor. So
Okay.
I do apologize if there was a mix-up and you are a constituent. Can I just have your address and we'll make sure that
US, just put USA down. I don't like giving out my name or address because, people like to dox people and stuff like that. Have you seen how these crazy...
We're not going to dox you, sir.
I've heard that.
You're a constituent or not.
Yeah, I've heard that before. And these people and these blue-haired people that hang out with Antifa like to harass me and stuff like that and come in front of my businesses and things, and I don't want to do it. I'm trying to find out why Mr. Fitzpatrick is not doing the will of the people. And even if I didn't live in Pennsylvania, I have a right to call, or I would have a right to call, a congressman that gets taxpayer dollars to put in his pocket. Would I not? Or am I mistaken about that?
This is America. You have the right to
Apparently not according to the two guys in your office that hung the phone up on me a while ago.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that, sir.
Well, that ain't doing me no good.
Okay, so, sir, I'm happy to, we record the opinions of our constituents, so if you are a constituent, I'm happy to record your opinion. If you are not, I'm happy to look up who your congressman or congresswoman is.
Well, my congressman is Mr. Fitzpatrick, and I would like to find out why he's not voting for Jim Jordan.
Well, he voted for Jim Jordan on the first two ballots, but then it's clear that Mr. Jordan does not have the vote.
And so who did he change his vote to?
Mr. McHenry.
So Mr. McHenry, you talking about the little guy with the bow tie?
Correct.
Yeah, we don't want him. We want Jordan. We want Jordan. So how many votes did Mr. McHenry get?
I do not have that, sir.
I bet it was less than Mr. Jordan.
Okay, well, I'm just saying this is what the congressman did on the third ballot.
Yeah, well, using the way you're saying that he did it because Jim Jordan didn't have the votes, he's just gonna vote for somebody different. That don't make no sense. He don't have the votes because people like this, like Mr. Fitzpatrick, that don't follow what the will of the people do, changes their votes. I wish the Republican Party could stick together like the Democratic Party does, or maybe.
Unfortunately, it wasn't the will of the people to get rid of Speaker McCarthy.
Oh, sure, it was the will of the people. Sure, it was the will of the people.
So it was the will of eight Republicans joining the whole Democrat caucus to remove Speaker McCarthy. That's the will of the people to work with the.
Well, yes,
with the Democrats.
Yes, Mr. McCarthy.
That's the will of the people.
Yes, Mr. McCarthy didn't do what he said he was going to do.
Oh, so you agree with the Democrats then in removing Mr. McCarthy?
No, I agree with Mr. Gates. Mr. McCarthy didn't do what he said he was going to do. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, since you want to go with that analogy. So you agree with the Democratic Party that we shouldn't have the January 6 tapes? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that at all, sir. I'm saying
Sure,
the Democrats that Speaker McCarthy should have been removed.
Well, that's the analogy you're trying to use. Mr. McCarthy got removed because he didn't do the things he said he was going to do. He said he was going to...
Because the 280 Democrats agreed with Mr. Gates to remove him.
Well, Mr. McCarthy said he was going to release the January 6 tapes, and he didn't do it. That's what should happen to politicians that don't do what they say they're going to do. They should be removed and replaced.
Okay, so the Democrats did the right thing in removing Mr. McCarthy. Okay.
Sure they did. We appreciate that. Thank you, sir. We appreciate y'all doing it. So did Mr. McCarthy do the right thing by not releasing the January 6 tapes when we got people up here in Washington, D.C. in gulags for the insurrection? Is Mr. Fitzpatrick calling for the people that stormed the Capitol yesterday to be locked up? Is he doing that? I don't see him on the TV calling out for the FBI to arrest the people for insurrection. Is he not doing that, or does he agree with the Democrats?
Sir, do you have your name and address? I'm happy to forward it along to the congressman if you do.
So you can't forward it along without. So you saying you can't forward it along without my name?
How do we log in the system? That anonymous person calls our office.
If that's the way you want to put it, yes. Yes, if that's the way you want to put it, yes. You can say an anonymous person.
That's not how the system works. We log our constituents' concerns, and we have to confirm them.
Oh, so you have to have a paper trail.
No, we want to make sure that we record your opinion accurately.
What? So you're saying taking my name and address would make it accurate of what I'm telling you?
It would confirm the authenticity of your opinion and that you are a constituent in our district. Yes.
Well, I don't have to be a constituent in your district to call and voice my opinion.
Well, that's how it gets recorded in our system. We allow us to record the opinions of people that do not.
It don't allow you to do that. Well, y'all need to work on your system. Y'all could update your system. You could update your system. We're calling all of them that voted no, and we're going to primary all of them that voted no. We're going to change. We're going to change and show the politicians who runs this country. We're the bosses, not them. You don't agree with that?
I do agree with that.
Apparently you don't. Yeah, we're against all forms of violence. We don't advocate for violence or threats against anybody. We want them to do what the American people want done, not what makes their pockets fatter. And I'm pretty sure that y'all have been receiving a lot of calls on this very issue since this vote's going on.
We've received a variety of calls on both sides of this issue, correct?
I would wager that the majority of calls you've received are for Jim Jordan.
In our district, actually not. Our district's very much a swing district, so that's not the case.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Now, what happened on election night in 2020 up there in your district? What happened? Ain't Philadelphia, is it not considered a swing state?
Pennsylvania is a swing state.
Oh, that's the one that was Trump was ahead by 700,000 that night, right?
I do not think so, sir. I think he was up by 500,000.
Oh, 500,000. My bad. Sorry about that. But the next morning he's losing. That don't make no sense.
Because the mail-in ballot had not been counted yet.
The mail-in ballot?
Yeah, the Democrats most of the Democrats in the state voted via mail that year.
Oh, most of them voted via mail. So y'all wasn't the ones that received the ones that got shipped over the border in the truck, right?
Sir, I don't know what you're referring to.
Sure you do. So you think Donald Trump lost that election?
Sir, I don't give my personal opinions on the phone. I'm just here to.
Well, you should. You're an American. You should have an opinion.
Yeah, but that's not my job in this phone to express my opinion. I work for the Congress.
Oh, so you got to be quiet when you work for.
In my capacity, I have to be neutral. I have to accept everybody's opinion that calls me off.
Oh, okay. Except for people out of state.
We do not record those opinions. That's correct. I listen to you. I'm listening to you, sir. I've not hung up on you.
Oh, I appreciate you did, but them other two boys did, and I want to file a complaint on them.
Okay, well, I'm their supervisor, so I'm happy to file a complaint.
Okay, is there any way you can email me a copy of that?
If you would provide your email.
Sure.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Drizzy, give me an email, Drizzy. Drizzy, give me an email, please. I'm finna get you.
You want my email?
No. I'm the person that helps me with the show, because we're doing a show. We do a show and we're calling all the congressmen and stuff like that voted no. I'm finna get you an email so you can send it to the show. Because I travel around America and do a show. Okay, so you can go to official. And I hate to give this out on the show because it's gonna blow up. Official Jamie Chapman at gmail.com.
Diamond? You said official Diamond?
No, official Jamie Chapman at gmail.com.
Jamie Chapman.
At gmail.com.
And it's Jamie Jamie at gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay.
And you said your name was Joe Knowles?
Yeah.
So, how long do you think before I can get a copy of that?
What do you want me to file, sir?
Well, I want you to file a complaint for them.
The name of the people. Well, did you get a name of the people that hung up on you? I can't.
No, how many people do you have in your office?
Sir, I'm not going to tell you that, but who's hung up on you? Did
Well,
you get the name of the people?
No, they wouldn't give me their name, but they wanted mine.
Well, how do you reckon I discipline them if I don't have their name?
Well, like I just said, how many people you got answering the phone? Should be pretty easy. Should be pretty easy for you to find out who it was.
Well, we don't just have one person answer the phone.
Do y'all record your calls?
No, we do not record them.
I do. I record all of my calls. Well, like I said, it should be.
We're not allowed to do that. Actually, we're not allowed to record phone calls.
Well, it should be pretty easy for you to find out who hung up on me. You don't have that many people in your office working. I'm sure. So you could go.
More than one person in our office.
Well, if you got more than one, you could go over and go, hey, did y'all hang up on somebody because he wouldn't give you the address that he lives at? Who would that be?
Well, sir, I need to move on to the next phone call.
I hear you, man.
Phone calls, but I'm happy to speak with you.
Well, see, that's how I would handle it if I was a supervisor. I'd go over and go, hey, who hung up on this guy? Because he wants me to file a complaint on you. Because
okay, well, I'm sorry, sir. I guess I'm an inadequate supervisor, so I'm doing my best, okay?
Okay, so how are you going to email me something?
Well, I won't be able to because you can't identify who hung up on you. So I can't punish the entire staff for that.
Well, that's why I said you asked who did it. And then if they don't tell you, you got a bunch of lying people that work for you.
Okay, sir. Well,
man, it's a Republican Party.
Once again, sir, I sincerely apologize if you felt that your opinion was neglected. But I've been trying to record it, but.
Well, I appreciate your apology.
Okay, well, we have to move on to the next call. But I do appreciate you calling in, and you have a good weekend.
You too, man.
Okay, bye.
Later. Just we're gonna have to get another damn email where they ain't got my name in it. Them boys is gonna know who I am, Drizzy. They're gonna dox me. FBI is pulling up right now. Drizzy's finna get me locked up. They wonder why people don't call. Drizzy, I can't see shit. You done messed up my whole damn thing. You reckon I get respected as their word against mine? The email was on screen. Oh, shit. No, I didn't have it on full screen. I had it over there with the numbers pulled up so I could see the numbers. I don't do full screen, Drizzy. I don't do full screen. I like to have things in the background. Pull up the number so I can call somebody else. The dumb, test dumb. There we go. All right, that was Fitzpatrick. Let's go to the next one. We should, oh man. Miss McConnell. Oh man. Mitch who? Yeah, but he's in the Senate. Go to Fitzpatrick. Hold up, Gambino. Garbino. Let's call him then. Give me the number. I'll call him. Snakes in the party. Dirty snakes in the party. Let's call up old Lindsay. Let's call Lindsay and see what he's doing. Hold up. Stop right there. 225-7896. All right, go ahead. Pull up what you're going to pull up. Gabarino. Garbarnio. Uh-oh. That hung up automatically. That done got wise. See, that didn't even ring in through. 7896. 7896. 225-7896. It's the right number. Wonder why they're hanging up like that. I ain't even talked to them guys. You must be getting a bunch of calls. This guy's getting paid just sit up there and hang up the phone. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
1 second, I'll put the wrong number in chat.
What number?
I delete the other number.
101 people.
Yeah, I can't delete the other number.
What are you talking about?
Anyway,
541.
always open with. Look, I'm not calling I'm against and denounce all forms of violence. I just want answers. Now, if you think the answers are violent, then I can't help you, but I still want answers. So make sure you open with that line, you know, because they are assuming that you're calling in. They are receiving threats, but Tim Scott, you know, did you see the video with Tim Scott? Huh?
No.
He talks to CNN. He's talking to CNN. He says, my office receives threats every day, death threats.
Oh, Lord.
He said, that's part of being a public figure. Now, I am against anybody sending death threats. That's uncalled for.
Yeah, I don't understand why you send no death threat. That's stupid.
It's fucking stupid. Anybody that's like that is not American anyways. We don't fix our shit. We done went through war. We done decided how things go. We fix our shit with words, not violence.
Yeah.
But we denounce any kind of violence. We are not for that. Anybody watching, understand that.
Garbarino. Yes, I do not advise anybody to be calling in and threatening nobody with violence. Don't do it. Because you're going to go to jail.
Yeah. And you're not going to do anything that makes them look better.
Yeah, you make yourself look crazy.
Yeah. You can talk. You have a right to be heard.
You can talk all day long if you want to.
Right, I think Jamie's starting to understand what's wrong with the Republican Party today.
They're a bunch of pussies.
Anyway, Gunner, our numbers are fluctuating between 14
14.
and 30 something, so I'm not sure how many you voted on.
40 and 30.
14, sorry.
What is your IP? Don't got time for that. Who is that? What is your IP?
Who said that?
Somebody over in the chats.
On YouTube?
No, in the kick.
I don't think nobody's saying what's the IP.
It's right up under when you put the number on there. It says what? That's his game. Is
That's his name.
yeah. What is your IP?
He's a new person, I guess.
What is your IP?
Anyways, the ones that are hanging up, that's the people that have been called all day and they're tired of answering.
They're tired of answering the calls because they've been getting calls all day long about why ain't y'all doing the right thing and what the American people want. We're going to primary your ass. That's what we need to do. We need to be getting together to primary all these some bitches and change them out, like I said. And I used the grilled cheese sandwich analogy, Drizzy. I said, if you go eat a grilled cheese sandwich at a restaurant, and this is a fancy restaurant too, and they're known for grilled cheese sandwiches, and it tastes like shit. And you go back the next day, and it tastes like shit again. It might be the cook. And I'm using the cook is the representatives in Washington, D.C. Nothing gets done because they're all pieces of shit.
Well, you did get some good answers today.
Well, I'm finna get some more.
You know, Pennsylvania did say the mail-in votes are what lost Trump the election. It's almost like that. No, we can't say that. Did you get me?
Oh, he's from Twitch. He said he's from Twitch.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing? This Drizzy on the phone right here. And we let people call the number.
Yeah, call in if you want.
Can they see the number over there on that?
Yeah, but did you hear what he told you?
What'd he say?
He said that the mail-in ballot is what lost Trump the election because that was when they counted them, is when the drop happened.
Oh, yeah, that's when they was cheap.
I ain't saying that.
Well, hold on a minute. How do you lose? So you're telling me the machines up there calculated he was ahead 500,000 on that night when they stopped at around 3 o'clock, and he's ahead 500,000. So you're telling me that the machines tabulated. Now, we could do the math on this because it ain't nothing but numbers. How many machines up there in Pennsylvania? And how many do they tabulate an hour? And how, you do the math like that, and you telling me that Joe Biden got more than 500,000 or to surpass the 500,000?
Yeah, because they saying that's when they count the mail-in ballot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could prove that that's false. You could prove that's false because all you'd have to do is find out how many machines they had, how many they could tabulate an hour, and you're telling me every one of those ballots that come in were for Joe Biden?
No, I don't think so. That's the point I'm making. But I'm also saying that Trump should have stopped it beforehand. You get what I'm saying?
No.
We knew the mail-in ballots was going to be an issue, right? We covered it on the show back in September, before the election. They cheated legally. We'll give them that. It's fine, because they're fixing to lose.
How do you have what emote? What emote are you talking about? Smashley?
What's the mode? I'll read at it.
I think she's talking about the one that one right there. But so the look thing is Trump's face. I think he can get them from other pages or something.
We got some on ours.
It's emotes of Trump.
Right there.
And Smashley's talking about the Trump. He can bring them in from other places, Smashley.
Yeah, all you gotta do is copy it.
Because somebody on here one day had a jiggly girl on there, and she was in a bikini.
Yeah,
She was jiggling like it.
We'll add some stuff. I'll get on that.
All right, let's call another one.
All right, I'll let you go, okay?
All right.
Anybody else wants to call in? 404-363-0618.
0618-404-363-0618. And y'all should be calling these numbers too. I got them on the damn screen for you to look at.
You should start with your state though.
I did. I done talked to my state. That was that smarmy lady. That was that smarmy ass lady about, we're going to do what we want to. What do you mean we?
Yeah, exactly.
You mean us, not y'all. All right, let me call somebody.
Y'all can get the numbers. I sent Jamie the link. I'll post it in the comments.
631.
That way you can find out who your representatives are.
What number is this? 42. Oh, that's
All
it.
right, Jamie, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
Everybody have a great day.
All right. Later. Gabarine. And that number's hanging up too. This is his local office. And they're hanging up too. They've been getting inundated. I like saying inundated. Drizzy's got all kind of emotes on there. I think you got a sub to get them emotes. Smash it.
Thank you for contacting Congressman Andrew Garbarino's Patchogue District Office. Unfortunately, no one is able to take your call at this time. All representatives are either assisting other callers or currently unavailable. Please try your call again Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you.
Pretty sure y'all are being inundated with phone calls. I like saying inundated. Because I'm wondering why they're not voting for Jim Jordan. Trump said vote for Jim Jordan. Tighten up or we're going to primary you. And I don't know why y'all can't answer the phone. Like I said, I think it's because you're inundated with calls. Wanting to know why the hell he's not doing the will of the people. All right. Gimme this. Let's call Gimme this. 202-225-225-2778. I'm not doxing nobody by giving these numbers out, am I? I don't want to get in no trouble. No, that's public knowledge, Jamie. You can't get in no trouble for doing that. 2778.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Carlos Jimenez. If you are calling regarding the speaker election, please leave a message after the tone with your name, phone number, and zip code. For all other inquiries, press 0.
Yeah, we're calling to find out why you didn't vote for Jim Jordan. Trump said vote for Jim Jordan. He put his endorsement on the man. Now, I don't understand why you can't do what the will of the people is. But if you don't, we'll primary. We'll find people out there that listens to his people. The people that put him in office, not the ones that's your donors or whatever. The hard-working American taxpayers that funds your office, sir. Tighten up. Now, I'm going to call that number back. Because it said mash 0 if you got some other concerns. They got a whole damn thing set up just for people calling about the vote. Because they know good and damn well that you're making us look bad there, Congressman. Now, is Bacon the one with the fake hair? Because I'm going to call his ass back again, too. Did I get in touch with Bacon? I don't think so. I'm calling him now. 225-4155. Is Bacon the one with the bad hair, Doc?
Hello, you have reached the office of Congressman Don Bacon, representing Nebraska's 2nd District.
Yep.
We are not available at the moment.
He's not available. His calls are just blowing up. Now, I thought the guy was from Alabama. Who was the guy? The one that was yelling at Gates. that night when McCarthy was 15 times. 429380300.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Don Bacon. We are currently unavailable. Please leave your name, your number, and a brief message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, still ain't answering the phone, huh? No, you're getting calls asking what the hell's wrong with you. What the hell is wrong with you not doing what the people want you to do? Vote for Jim Jordan. Trump said, da 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 da. We'll primary you. Jamie, you're crazy. Don't be violent when you call these people. Do not do that. Don't. Because you'll go to jail. What do you mean I said something? I record all of my shit. You ain't saying I said nothing. All right, let's see. Who was that I just called? Gimenez? Was it Gimenez? Let's call Gonzalez. You know Trump's strong with the Latin people. Two, 5, 3, 1. Trump is strong with the Latin people.
Hi, thank you for calling the office of Vicente Gonzalez. This is Morgan speaking. How may I help you?
Morgan, this is Jamie. Calling to find out why. How you doing? We're doing a show on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick.com, and I'm calling these congressmen that didn't vote for Jim Jordan and trying to find out why not.
Okay, I think you may be looking for the office of Tony Gonzalez. This is the office of Vicente Gonzalez.
How did Vicente Gonzalez vote?
He is in the Democratic Party, and they voted for Hakeem Jeffries.
Well, why would he vote for Hakeem Jeffries? Does he not see how the United States, how it's going with the Democrats in control?
The congressman is a part of the Democratic Party, and he does not politically align on many issues as Jordan.
Yeah.
Just one moment.